Good morning, students. So today we are going to start a new topic, but before that, let us recapitulate the term. So in previous class, we have studied about drift velocity, current density, current density. Okay, tell me one thing. If it is given current density is a dash quantity. Point number 1. Options are microscopic or macroscopic. Actually, we have already discussed about macroscopic quantity. Example of macroscopic quantity we can consider as current. Current is a macroscopic quantity. What about current density? Macroscopic current is defined for whole body and not for a point, and that's why it is considered as macroscopic. But if a quantity is defined for a point and not for the body, then it is termed as microscopic quantity. And current density is the same quantity which is defined for a point and not for the body. For example, if I will take a conductor and if I have to define current density at this point, let we have taken a surface like this, and at this point, let the name of point be it, and at this point, if we have to define the current density at point B, and let the surface is inclined at an angle, then for both the points current density will be different, but for both the points current will be same. So current density is called a microscopic quantity and current is a macroscopic quantity. One homework you have to do, you have to differentiate between current and current density. We already know that why current density is introduced. Current is not a vector quantity and we need a quantity related to current which is a vector. So a new term is introduced which is called current density, which is obviously a vector quantity related to current. Let's move ahead. Today we are going to discuss a new topic, Ohm's law. We have already studied about Ohm's law. Suppose this is a conductor. Let this conductor be connected to a cell of potential V. Let I current flow through the cell. Current passing through the conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference applied across the conductor, provided that the physical conditions like temperature, stress, strain, etc. must be same. When the physical conditions will change, like if its area changes or its length changes, then Ohm's law will be differ. So, according to Ohm's law, V directly proportional to I, or V equals to Ri, where R is called proportionality constant and it is called resistance. It depends upon various factors which we will discuss later. Let us see some basic problems. Suppose it is given point potential V1, resistance, another point V2. Let current flow from V1 to V2. Since the current flowing from point A to point B, which one will be at greater potential or higher potential? Obviously V1 will be at higher potential and V2 will be at lower potential. Current flow is just like flow of liquid or flow of water from high potential to low potential. Current will always from high potential to low potential. But if we have to flow the current from low to high, we have to use a source which is called a battery. Suppose this. Positive, negative. Current will flow from positive to negative. But outside the battery or outside the cell, current will flow from positive to negative. Remember this carefully. Outside the cell, current will flow from positive to negative, higher potential to lower potential. From higher potential to lower potential, it will flow with on. But when the current flow from lower to higher, that is inside the cell or inside the battery, then battery uses its energy, which is called chemical energy. By the help of that chemical energy, it will allow the current to flow from lower potential to higher potential. It plays a very important role. If I will ask what battery gives, what battery gives? Charge. Point number B. Current. Point number C. What battery gives? Energy. Power. What it gives? So battery is a source of energy. Battery is a source of energy. It only gives energy. You can simply assume that electron, if I will take positive electron, positive ions, or you can take negative electron, negative ions, anyone, whichever you want to take. If electron moves from negative to positive, it will travel by its own energy. But when it will cover this distance, its energy get lost due to this resistance. And when it arrives at positive electrode, it has no energy. Then battery will gives energy to that electron. Battery will take that electron from positive electrode to negative electrode. By giving that energy, electron will again travel from negative to positive. Again the energy get lost at positive point. Again the battery will supply the energy and this process will continue. So basically battery gives energy. Now coming back to Ohm's law. Here, since current flows from A to B, so V1 will be at higher potential and V2 will be at lower potential. Potential difference V1 minus V2 equals IR. This is the basic form of Ohm's law. If we take an example on this, suppose this is at 10 volt, this is at X volt. Let 2 ampere of current is flowing through 3 ohm resistance. What will be the potential at X? Pause your video and find the potential at X. Let us solve. As we have already studied that current will flow from higher potential to lower potential, means the value of X must be less than that of 10 volt. Here we can write potential difference higher minus lower, 10 minus X equals IR 2 into 3, 10 minus 6 equals x, or x equals 4 volt. So at this point the potential will be 4 volt. This is the basic application of Ohm's law. We can apply this format to cell also. Let this is 2 volt. Suppose we considered it here 10 volt. What will be the potential at point A? Pause your video and answer it. Okay, let us see. This point must be at lower potential and this point must be at higher potential, but potential difference, whatever the reference potential will be, it will not affect the potential difference between these 2 points, point A and point B. B पॉइंट पर जो भी पोटेंशियल हम माने, कुछ भी अगर मान सकते हैं, ये पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस बिटवीन ए एंड बी को अफेक्ट नहीं कर सकता. अगर बी पर हम लोगों ने कंसिडर किया 10 वोल्ट, तो ऑब्वियसली ए पर जो पोटेंशियल होगा वो होगा 12 वोल्ट. दोनों के बीच का पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस 12 माइनस 10 इक्वल्स 2 वोल्ट. इफ वी कंसिडर्ड द पोटेंशियल एट बी इज 0 वोल्ट, then what will be the potential at A? It will be 2 volt. Let us take another example of this same. Let the potential at point B be 3 volt. Let the potential of V in this cell is 5 volt. What will be the potential at A? Whenever I will give the question, just pause your video and try to find it out what will be the answer. After that you can check it. Okay, let us see. This point B will be at 3 volt. Whatever the potential at A, it must be less than the potential at B. So we can easily write, as it is connected to negative terminal, that is low potential, 3 minus x equals 5. We can write it as this: 3 minus x equals 5, or 3 minus 5 equals x, or x equals minus 2 volt. So answer will be minus 2 volt. So in the same way we can consider potential at any point, but whatever the reference potential will be, it will not affect the potential difference between the 2 points. Suppose if we take a circuit, we can consider any point at zero potential. Whenever we define potential or potential energy in previous chapter also, whenever you will define potential or potential energy, you have to consider a point where potential is 0. For convenience, we consider infinity the point where potential is 0. Here suppose we consider this point 0. Now as this point is 0 volt, so this point will be also 0 volt. Let this point be V volt. This point will also be V volt. Current flow from I, from the circuit is I. Here an important point: the potential, there is no potential drop between these 2 points, point A and point B. There is no potential difference between these 2 points, point A and point B. Basically we considered this wire as 0 resistance. In practical purpose it is not possible, but in this theoretical purpose we will consider the resistance of this connecting wire, these wires are called connecting wires. Connecting wires. We can understand this as, suppose this potential is VA, as current flow from B to A, so B will be at greater potential, VB minus VA equals IR, where R is the resistance of connecting wire. Connecting wire. Which wire? Connecting wire AB. आर हम लोग कनेक्टिंग वायर ए बी का रेसिस्टेंस मान लिए. अब इस वायर से करंट जीरो नहीं हो सकता. आई कैन नॉट बी इक्वल टू जीरो. करंट तो फ्लो हो ही रहा. करंट जीरो नहीं हो सकता, तो हम लोग यहाँ पर किसको जीरो मान लेते हैं? आर टेंड्स टू जीरो. आर को लगभग जीरो मान लेते हैं. व्हेन आर टेंड्स टू जीरो, दिस होल टर्म विल बिकम जीरो. वी बी माइनस वी ए approximately equal to 0 as R tends to 0, or VB approximately equal to VA. So we simply considered as VB equal to VA. So there is no potential drop or rise. No potential drop or rise through connecting wires. Through connecting wires. There is no potential drop or potential rise through connecting wires. What do you mean by potential drop or potential rise? It simply means, suppose if we go from point A to point B, due to this resistance, let current flow from A to B. It means A will be at higher potential and B will be at lower potential. So when we go from A to B, there is a potential drop. In case of cell or battery, if we go from B to A, VA will be at greater potential and VB will be at lower potential. If we go from B to A, as current will flow from this side only, B to A, so here the potential will rise. So we will consider as potential rise and potential drop. This simply means. But for connecting wires, there is no potential drop or potential rise. So for both the points, the potential will be same. अगर इस पॉइंट को, पॉइंट सी को अगर हम लोगों ने ज़ीरो माना, तो पॉइंट डी का पोटेंशियल भी ज़ीरो ही होगा. ये सिंपल रूल अगर हम लोग फॉलो करते हैं तो सर्किट इक्वेशन को बहुत अच्छे से सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. इस पर बेस्ड और न्यूमेरिकल्स आपको बताए जाएंगे. So these are the basic examples of Ohm's law. We will discuss it later in details. Let us derive Ohm's law by drift velocity. Deduction of Ohm's law by drift velocity. Since Vd equals minus E tau by m in vector form, and in magnitude Vd equals E tau by m. Further, E equals minus VL, negative electric field equals minus negative of potential gradient. If we put this formula, so Vd equals E V tau by ml. I equals, we know that I equals NEA Vd. So in place of Vd, we can write I by NEA equals E tau by ml into V, or I equals N E into E square A tau by ml into V, or V equals ml by NE square A tau. if you see it carefully, for a given conductor, m is the mass of electron, which is a constant, L is the length of given conductor, which is obviously a constant, and number density of given conductor, E is the charge on electron, A is the area of cross section, tau is the relaxation time. So for a given conductor, this whole term in the bracket is a constant, and this constant is called resistance. This constant is called resistance. V equals to I R. So this is the Ohm's law. With the help of drift velocity, we derived Ohm's law. Let us discuss limitations of Ohm's law. Limitations of Ohm's law. So we have already studied that when in Ohm's law, V directly proportional to I. Point number A, first limitation, V directly proportional to I. If we plot a graph between V and I, it will be a straight line. It will be a straight line. But if we increase the voltage, current will also increase, and we will get a straight line. But at greater voltage, the temperature will also increases. And when temperature changes, there is a variation in Ohm's law, and the graph will not go straight, and there will be a curve in the Ohm's law. So at higher temperature, or we can say at higher voltage, Ohm's law does not obey, and it will not directly proportional, the voltage will not directly proportional to the current. So at higher voltage, there is the limitation of Ohm's law at higher voltage. वोल्टेज को बढ़ाएंगे तो ऑब्वियसली करंट भी बढ़ेगा, जिसके कारण टेम्परेचर में चेंजेस आएंगे, और वो चेंज रेसिस्टेंस को चेंज करेगा, तो ओम्स लॉ ऑब्वियसली इनवैलिड हो जाएगा उस पोजीशन में. सेकंड लिमिटेशन, पॉइंट नंबर बी, Ohm's law is invalid in case of diode. We will learn about this in part 2 of NCERT book, diode. The graph between V and I is drawn somewhat like this. So this is the clear indication where Ohm's law is invalid. So in case of diode, Ohm's law does not obey. The third, a material, gallium arsenide, when current flown through this, the graph is somewhat like this. This is current and this is voltage. So what we get, at particular value of current, we get two values of voltage, A, B. At particular value of current, we get two different values of voltage. So in this type of material also, Ohm's law is invalid. So these are certain limitations of Ohm's law. Okay, there are some small terms, some important terms rather. New topic is mobility. So what is mobility? Mobility is represented by mu, and it is defined as the drift velocity per unit electric field. So these are some important terms, small terms, which we have to learn it carefully. So this is mobility. Point number 2, we already know about conductance. Conductance, it is represented by G. it is the reciprocal of resistance. SI unit of mobility is meter per second. The SI unit of electric field is Newton per Coulomb, and drift velocity is meter per second. SI unit of conductance, the resistance, reciprocal of resistance, SI unit is written as mho, MHO, maho, represented as inverse ohm, or Simon, S, Simon. Point number 3, resistivity. Resistivity, we will discuss it later. Rho, it is represented by. Point number 4, conductivity. Conductivity, reciprocal of resistivity, it is represented by sigma. Reciprocal of resistivity is conductivity. So that's it for today. In next class we will discuss about resistance, how we can find the resistance of given substance, resistivity, and some basic numericals on resistance. Till then, stay safe, stay at home.